Hey, yo, what up? Happy Memorial Day weekend. What's going on? Almost got it. Hold on. How we doing? What's going on, party people? We having a good Sunday? Having a good Memorial Day weekend? I hope so. It's supposed to be raining cats and dogs. I don't know what happened. Having a good time. I went and got my car washed. It's a beautiful Sunday. Had to be outside. I'm solar powered. But got the car washed, went and got some tacos. Ate at this place called the Cosmic Pickle. And now I'm enjoying this really nice cigar with my cat. How are you? How are you? How are you, Miss Kitty? Oh, wait, she's deaf. She can't hear me. No matter how hard I try. Hey, no worries, empty beer can. We'll be here for a minute. Hope you're having a good Sunday. All right, let's see if we'll crash. I have a feeling that we're gonna crash, but let's see. Let's find out. I'm gonna open a door real quick. As much as I love cigars, I don't want my alarm to go off, so we're just gonna open that up. That's a tasty one. This is a Partagas Black Label cigar. It's very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. It's probably my favorite. But we're gonna fly some space planes, like we always do. We're gonna adjust the mallard. We're gonna make it a little bit more seaworthy, and hopefully we can make it more stable. So we'll find out. Mm-hmm. I like this song. It's a good day for a cigar. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. There might be something wrong with me. I don't know. What do you think, Miss Kitty? Yeah, she's deaf. She can't. She can't read. She can't read. But yeah, my weekend's been going pretty good. I think I'm gonna try to get some good sleep tonight, and I think I'm gonna go and do some fishing tomorrow morning. Well, I'm getting some vague texts, trying to figure out what's going on. Space planes. Yeah. I don't want to look at the baseball score right now. 2-3 Cubs versus Astros. The Cubs are up. I don't even bottom of the third. I don't even wanna. I don't even wanna. I don't even wanna. It sounds like a tough call. Ooh, ooh, that go around. That was a fast one. Watch my old video. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty, you're on the internet. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't even know what the internet is. She's deaf. Means you can't read. Shame. It's a shame. Yeah. Oh, about the kitten. I did find an owner, like I said. Kitten's doing great. Living amongst the fam. And a happy ending for a little kitten, if I do say so myself. Quite a good little cat. I know it went to a good place. But I'm going to do a little bit of this outside. And when we come back, we're going to do some space planes. So stick around. Just going to mute this mic real quick. Right. Right about there is good. Aha! Aha! Let's make sure the game audio is correct. Yes. I got some sweet tea. Got some half and half. Right. So let's talk about this mallard. So it successfully sent this Duna space station. How can we improve on what we just did? Well, what I do want to do, just out of the gate, I want to put this on a hinge. So I guess we'll just put that there for now, and then I'm gonna where is it? The big one. Nope. There we go. Let's do target angle 45 degrees. And minimum angle 0.0. Yeah. Transverse rate down, dampening, yes. Or do I want dampening? No. Do I want dampening? No. I'm just going to do right in the middle. Yes, we are going to lock it, but we're not going to lock it at that angle, of course. Now, let's see what the damage is. Oh, we're good. Okay. We're still good. I want to move this up. Like that. Maybe one more. Yes. And let's make them that circular one. That's good. It's fine. I definitely think we need to adjust these engines. I wonder if I could put like a tri-coupler. Do we have a Mark II tri-coupler in the house? Paging Mark II tri-coupler. Ah. That way. So is this 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. if we just reduce this down to... There we go. That's 7. So that's the same number that we had, but now we've just spread out the thrust to weight. I want to move this up just a little bit. So when we do drop the payload, we won't have that much of a disparity.
Pizza?
Pizza! Hey, Technically in Orbit, what's going on? How are you? So if I just... Well, let's just save. And what if I just took this? No payload. What are we looking at? Pretty good. Right on the money, actually. Hanging out by the smoker. Hell yeah. Hope the music is to your liking. I feel like it's barbecue music. But I want to see what this thing... I mean, would I ever fly it without a payload? I guess for testing. Ruby Station Core. Yeah, we still got it. Okay. Well, let's just... For a test flight, let's see how it performs without a payload. I want to make sure that that works. Probably not orange. What if we made it white? Lights are good. I guess I could spread them out, huh? Yeah. That's pretty good. Please tell me we're doing an air launch rocket. No. No, we're doing space planes. A really big space plane with a really big fuselage. You know, I'm thinking I add some tiny wings to the sides here. I have a feeling in my heart that that's what I need to do. Or, no, I'm going to keep those there. I'm definitely going to add some tinier wings up here. They're fixed wings, but they're going to help. They're going to help. They're going to help hide these sins that I've committed. She's a biggin'. This plane could definitely be used for air launch, though. I mean, it could. But what is an SSTO without a runway? It certainly could. You think I should add like a little wheel in the back here just in case? I think I should. I know. I am too. It's just, we got to make this design work better. I think that's a pretty good idea. Because last time we tried to land it, this hit the ground too hard. And I feel like if we had these, it would soften that load. Because it really doesn't fly very well. Pretty sure I can pull these back some. Maybe even inward. There we go. Problem is, it's kind of inside the fuel tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this a little bit longer. With some extra liquid fuel. Because we seem to be running out of that. Now that works. Get motivated to work on my Starship HLS before I'm building. Yeah. Starship's pretty hot right now. Oh, and you know what? We do need some RCS. I'll throw some up here. It's not really gonna dock with anything. It's supposed to launch things. So it doesn't really need a whole lot. It just needs enough to maneuver. It's not gonna rendezvous. As you can see from the lack of docking port. What if I was really sus? And I added a third wing on the inside. Is that what the kids say? Is that how they use it? Ring area 1.5. I think that's what I used last time, so I think this will be better and it can hold fuel. So I'll put that there. We do get a better, yeah. Especially once we add some fuel to it. I wonder if we can pull these back some. Like right there, huh? It's not bad. It's kind of funky. And then these guys, which are also full of fuel, I want to mix things up a little bit. Like right there, huh? And then maybe a little bit of this action. So it follows the line. Yeah, I like it. like it a lot. Probably a little bit forward, so we can do that. Oh yeah, that affects it a lot, huh? Okay. Well, right there's fine. I like it. Alright, I like it. Let's save. Now comes the fun part. We gotta color this bad boy. A mallard. Let's pull up a mallard duck real quick. What does a mallard duck look like? Let's try and get some color ideas. That's a pretty good picture. There we go. A mallard. Mallard. Yeah, we could add some skinny wings on the back here. That'll allow us to play with the design a little bit more. And put more liquid fuel in there. And we could probably pull this forward a bit too, huh? Really do that. Something like that. And then we can make it fun. Okay. That means we can pull this back some. It's not going to be by much because, again, this is without a payload. If we throw a payload in here, like the Ruby Station, it puts it in front still. So we're still getting like a lift thing going on. And without the payload, I think it's pretty balanced. Which arguably is more important, right? No, it's pretty much the same. So that means we can pull this back a little bit more. Right on top of it. So even if we have a fully loaded payload, it's a little ahead, which is good because we do want that natural lift up. But when we're coming back, it's a lot more online. So let's do a test run. But before that, I want to color it. Put a sticker on it. The Mallard. The Mallard. It's got some funny blue on the bottom here. On the back wing. We could try to do something like that. No. What about the engines? We can't change the color of those. We can change the color of these. I think just for starters, we're gonna make the red black metallic, and we'll make this green. We'll just make it all black, and the blue the same. For those tips. That can be black. That can be black. What about this piece? Okay. Well, that red, what if that was a black metallic? Yeah. Okay. And you know what? What if we just made this main tank up here black? Not bad, huh? And then this can be white, I guess. There's a little bit of green poking out. We'll make that white. There seems to be, let's see. Green. And what if, can this be green? A little bit of white on the top. Yeah, let's make the red that green. That green, that lime green, we're going to make that silver or white metallic. The blue, we're going to make that white. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. So on this side, those little blue spots are going to be white. Oops. Blue spots are going to be white. The green there is going to be metallic white. So it blends in. And we're going to toggle that flag. You don't want it up there. And same with this guy. Green. What about olive? Yeah. It differentiates the color a little bit. I like it. This little green is going to be white metallic. And this little blue is going to be white. Or what about stock white? It's a little bit darker. Yeah. you know? It matches. Just doesn't match that, though. That's a shame. The red, we're going to make green again. The blue is going to be black. Or a black metallic. We're just going to pretend it's Teflon. And then the green is also going to be black metallic. Good. Yeah, and looking at it.
Congratulations,
Hey,
you won.
Nerdthagorus raided
Nerdthagorus.
your channel with 9 viewers.
What's
Welcome
going
to
on?
the pizza
Thank
party.
you for the raid. I dig it. How's your Sunday going? We're just painting and doing space plane stuff. Pedro, 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 Pay. What's going on, Lost? I'm gonna pause these ads here for a sec. What's going on? Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful day today. I went out, got my fancy car washed. I sat down at this place called the Cosmic Pickle. And I got myself a fancy American style lager and some tacos. And I was jamming. Planes are stinky. Well, maybe you need to stop being a stinky on the plane. This plane can launch a 1.8 meter cargo.
Pizza?
So we don't need rockets anymore, essentially. We don't need no stinking rockets. We only do space planes here. We're just recoloring the mighty Mallard. Making it look cool. You know, the way it's going, it's probably going to end up looking like a Pelican from Halo, and I'm not mad. I like Halo. It's probably one of my, like the first 3 plus like the early Bungie games of Halo. Not Halo 4. I don't count Halo 4, but 1, 2, 3, Reach, and ODST are the perfect 5 games, in my opinion. The perfect 5 games. Grabbing asteroids. Using auto strut. I think perhaps planes are next. You know what? Auto strut is going to be your friend if you do airplanes. Auto struts are your friend. All right. So this red, I'm going to make it green. I'm actually thinking about olive. Yeah, I think olive is a good call. And then this green, I want to make it black, metallic. Boom. Yes. Ooh, and this little blue strip here. Oh, shit. Ah, I fucked it. I want this little blue strip to be red. Or maybe white. Do you think it should be red or white? I'll use them when needed. Yeah. Still want chaos to happen. That's fair. Usually when chaos happens with my space planes, they're all very phallic in nature. It's it's not as fun as you think. Anyway, olive. This green is going to be a metallic black. Black paint metallic. And then this blue, what do you think? Should we do red? Or should we do white? Red or white, or maybe like yellow. What do you think? Like a gold metallic yellow, or like an orange? I don't think there's like a yellow. There's beige. Not a fan of the blue, although it would add to the blue that we need to match the inner wings of the Mallard. Hey, what's going on, Tactic? Maybe orange foam. Bronze? No. Absolute red's not bad. But there isn't really any red on the bird. Or just red paint. It's a little bit more muted. I don't know. I'm thinking the red paint. Because it's not too crazy. The blue is pretty good too. You know, I think I'm going to go with the blue. I think I'm going to do blue. Recoloring GUI. Let's select the red color. And this is going to be olive. Green is going to be black metallic. And the blue here is going to be a nice little cyan. Yeah. Okay. I like it. It's like it's covered in Teflon. I like that black metallic color. Because again, it's not going to Minmus, but it's sending things that could go to Minmus. Now for the wings, I'm not going to do brown. I don't think brown would be a good color for this guy. In fact, I think I might just go black with that one. Yeah. And maybe... Oh, I can't change that, can I? So it has to be white. Okay. It's not bad. I'm tempted to add some canards right here. I don't know how appropriate that would be, though. These are full of fuel, right? Yeah. And these we can make black. Just all black. Maybe even tuck them in a little bit. Does it show in the payload bay? Not really. It's better than the wings. So, alright. Thinking about putting a camera down here, but none of my camera mods work for some reason, so whatever. Oh, fucked it up. Dang it. I guess we'll make the wings black. And then the leading edge, I wonder if we can do blue. Okay. I like it. Leading edge blue. Okay. So yeah, let's go with that. So black metallic, light blue leading edge, and then whatever this is, black. Oh yeah. Now we can't color the tricolor, the tricoupler. That's gonna be a little tricky for the engines. Thinking I can make this black and get away with it. Yeah, I can. There we go. Can't recolor that, but I can recolor this. What if we made the green part black? The red is gonna be just like a light gray, or even a stock gray or stock white. Yeah, stock white. And then this one is gonna do the same. But the green is gonna be metallic, and so is this little black here. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's gonna matter to me. I like it. Miss Kitty, how are you? And I can't change the color of those tail fins. I wonder if I can put the tail fins on the nacelles. You think that would be a good call? If I put the bigger ones on the sides here? What do you think? Let's see what they look like. Like if I put these here instead of the smaller ones. Obviously I'm going to tuck them in, so probably like that. You think that would look? I think that would look better. Honestly. Now it's all the way back there. Well, let's see what we can do about that. That's not bad. Bet you I can move these forward. That's not bad at all. And we can probably even tilt these ever so slightly up just to give us some natural lift. No? More down? No? I was thinking more up. Maybe more in line with this? Yeah? That's pretty cool looking though. It extends the wings out and makes it look neat. What does it look like on the inside? Still tolerable. Bet you I can push these out just a little bit. Yeah. It's not bad. Then we can pull this forward. Right there. Right on top. And then I know when we lose the payload, we're going to move it forward even more. Or no, that is stable. Okay. Maybe, can we get away with a little bit more? Get away with that. Perfect. Right on the money. It's all a balancing act. I think that's pretty good. What about, can we, nah. I don't think this has really any, well. Ooh, yep. Yep. It looks sick. There's the mallard. Now we just gotta put the name on the side. Make it big. And we're gonna make it I make it white. Outline black so we can actually read it. I know it should be black. It's kind of hard to read. I'm gonna put the flags on the side. Hey, spin that fish, baby. Is there any way I can flip that around? Or maybe not. I think that's okay. Yeah. I like it. Let's put a little lamp on there so we could see it. And tilt it down. Looking good, thanks. I aim to please. Hopefully that'll work. Trying to sign the waiver for the flight, but all the pens are out of ink. What kind of ragtag operation is this? You ever heard of Cracker Jack boxes? Welcome back, empty beer can. You're gonna test fly this bad boy. Same with you, Lost. Get in here. Oral agreement. Look, you signed the waiver. I have your waiver right here. You hear that? That's the sound of your waiver. I have it in my hand. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're on the flight. You're going to be taking us out. We're just, we're painting the ship. Okay, so this end here, I want to see what we can do. Huh. Let's see. Let's make the red black for now. No. Yeah, let's go with like green. And then the blue and black are gonna be, or blue and green are gonna be black. There we go. That's pretty good. Now, for the case of drag, we're going to take these tiny little nose cones here. And we're going to fill every little green dot that you see with one of these. Every one. No? Oh. There we go. Hey. Hello there. What's good? So now that we've filled up all these little green dots, we're just going to tuck these nose cones in so they look cool. And that's going to eliminate a lot of the drag that we have. And it looks cool. See? It looks cool. I want to take these parachutes. Maybe we should put them down here, huh? Thinking right here wouldn't be too bad. The mallard's looking great. Thank you. I think it turned out pretty well. I think it turned out all right. Okay, good. And we don't have anything in the payload bay, so let's close that. Let's make sure all our engines are on the same action group. All of them. All 7 of them. And I think your future waifu, are you on the roster? No? Where are you? Oh, that's right. You're going to Duna right now. That's why you're not here. Well, Toktik is here. And so is Nerdthagoras. So y'all are going to be in business class. Right in the back. You got all that leg room to yourself. So, you know, you signed the waiver. I hope you packed a light lunch because you are in for a trip. And we're just going to... Hell yeah. We're just going to make sure our auto struts are where they should be. I'm not ashamed to use auto strut. I think it's a good feature. And if it wasn't a part of the game, then why did they let me use it? I think these tail fins need to be a different color. We're gonna make that green there. We're actually gonna go crazy. We're gonna do a white metallic, which is just steel. Or should we do? Should we do blue? And then the red would be white metallic. And then that blue would be like a black metallic. Yeah, I like that. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Again, what are our balls looking like? Our balls are looking good. Got some pretty good balls. Our thrust is pretty much center of mass with an empty load. Now with a full load, the yellow ball is going to be a little bit lower, obviously, but this is just a test flight. Just a test flight of what we're capable of. No manifesto needed. But let's light this candle. Let's get her on the runway. Balls drop when the load is erected. Because this one also has that hinge mechanism, so we can, once we open the payload bay, we can just hinge it downwards like a happy member of the family, and that way it'll have an easier time leaving the payload bay. Five. He got 5 of them. Let's just have a resource on the bottom there. Now hang on, we are losing electricity, which is not right. So let's fix that. I don't think I added... Oh, you know what? We need to add the reentry computer. So let's add that reentry computer real quick. I want to put it probably back here where it's safe. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this. I'm going to use this tiny little cube. And we're going to put it pretty much center. Okay, next step. A probe, a small probe, but a probe nonetheless. And then because of how big this thing is, we're going to add a little bit more batteries. A little bit more to batteries. And then we're going to RTG that mofo, and then we're going to tilt it downward. Just a little bit. And that way when we control from that point, using our action groups. So 3... is going to be control from here. Where to go, where to go, where to go. Control from here, there we go. And then 4 is going to be control from here. We can flip between the two, between 3 and 4. Now 1 is the loneliest number that you ever knew. And it's going to deactivate all of our controls. So there, there, and there. And 2 can be as bad as 1, but it's going to activate all of our controls. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. 3, 4, 5, automatic switch. What about this one? Is there an auto switch for that one? Or did we... No, 5 should be all of them. 6, cargo bay doors. 7, can we make it like... well, probably not. Okay, well then there's no 7. There's no 7 involved. We don't need an antenna, because really we're not leaving low Kerbin orbit. We could put something back here. I just don't know what. I can't think of anything to put back here in this empty space. What do you think? What should we make it look cool? Maybe we could add like another fin or something. What do you think? An air brake? Oh, air brake. You know, maybe some air brakes. Something like that. It wouldn't hurt. Maybe something like that. More bumper stickers, Lost says. Alright, give me a bumper sticker. Let's make this more of a bumper sticker instead of a... Let's enable the outline. Outline width. No. I can't make a... I can't make it like a square. Then the bumper stickers tend to burn off, so I really can't do a whole lot. Well, these actually have some pretty high temps, so I guess they can survive. We brake for nobody's pretty good. I don't know. I think that's okay. I think that's a pretty good one. It looks like a mallard to me. We do have that antenna in the front. I always forget about that one. We do have that little Star Trek antenna in the front. Maybe that's what 7 is going to be. So 7's just going to be toggling that. And I wonder if I can put some lights in there. Make it blink. Blink yellow. Yeah. And so 7 is going to be toggling the lights. There we go. I wish I could put like Spitfire fangs and eyes on the side. I think that would be really sick. Do we have any Spitfire decals? I don't think so. Brake for Kerbal butts? Honk for butts? I don't know. No, I think we're okay. Lost, are you going to Duna or are you in the roster? I think you're going to Duna right now. Oh no, you're right here. You're right here in the cockpit. That's right. Okay, I think we're ready. I don't know why we keep sliding around on the runway, but I guess it's inconsequential. I know where I am? Alright, let's get rid of this duck. Brakes on. Should have probably adjusted those air brakes a little bit. But I don't know, maybe they're better like that. Camera is set to free. Let's zoom in here. Get a nice little angle going. That's a pretty fancy space plane, if I do say so myself. Release. There we go. Again, we're going to use most of the runway. Just to climb out of here. We're gonna hold it right about. Roll, hold, engage. Right there is good. Now we don't have any payload, so it should fly very well. You left the baby in the oven. What's going on, Nicola? Oh, we got a shot cone in the back this time. I think it was low heat. It's an electric stove. Come on. Am I a psycho? It's not a gas-powered stove. Some exponential thrust going on. Got my lunch. Nice. My lunch was a lamb barbacoa taco. 2 of them, in fact. With some lime and some very nice habanero hot sauce salsa. It was like a puree, kind of creamy deliciousness. Because when it's really hot outside, sweating is the first thing you want to do. So you cool off by eating spicy food. Genius. we're going real fast now. I'm going to see if we can pitch up some. So I don't want to cook inside the atmosphere too much. I think that's pretty good. I'm off to pick up pizza. Nice. Pizza delivery? No. Pizza takeout.
Pizza?
Pizza! Engines are spooling down. I'm going to turn on the RCS just to give us a little bit of wiggle. If I can just kind of follow that road grain marker a little bit longer. Do we get a switch over? I think we should. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's pitch up. A little bit more. That sounds like a fighter jet outside my house, and that's sick as hell. So the benchmark is 85 to 90K apoapsis. So if we can get there and we've got plenty of fuel left over, I'd say that's a pretty good indicator of a successful mission. And apparently we have sonic booms at 38K. Pitch is at 40 degrees, 41 degrees now. All looking good under the hood. Stand by for engine cutoff. Stop. Perfect. Prograde. And let's disable all those control surfaces. They're useless to us now. At 5 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Potato Lover 403. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. I don't know why my notifications didn't go off. That's insane. Hold on, let me make sure it's all working. Hey, there it is. Welcome to the pizza party.
Howdy Potato Lover 403. Welcome to the pizza party. You just signed the waiver.
You just signed the waiver. I have it. I have it right here. You hear that? That's the sound of your waiver. What a beautiful spaceship. I'm going to grab another glass of water. I'll be right back. Yes, I am aware that we are still suborbital, but I am also very confident in this flying machine, especially with 17, 18 meters per second. That's amazing. So we're just going to aim prograde here. And let's see if we can just slowly inch our thrust up. How is our monoprop looking? Not too bad. I wish there was like a pitch autocorrect I could use, but whatever. Whatever, man. Stop. 104 by 88, sure. And then we'll circularize at 104. So we actually have more fuel than I thought. Ain't bad. (104 by 105). Only 13.7 meters per second. Okay, I'm just gonna move to that maneuver. I'm not gonna do full thrust. We're just gonna touch the throttle a little bit. And I'm gonna shut down the center engine. Just because. Just because. All right, 16 seconds. Beep. Okay, just a little bit. Perfect. Now retro. And once we get over into the sunshine here, we're going to open up our payload bay. Oh, before that, open up that guy. Now we got the blinking lights. Like some kind of Star Trek. Just like some kind of Star Trek. Let's see. Yep. Are these lights not on? I think they're on. No, they're on. They're just really weak. But not bad. We can fit a 1.8 meter per sec or meter object in the payload bay and launch it to Duna if we wanted to. So that's a good progress. I just reached 1,700 hours in War Thunder. Nice. I've probably played like 5 hours of War Thunder, honestly. Just not a whole lot. Not a tank guy. But that's nice. Looks good in there. Good old space plane. Combining Mark II and Mark III. All right. So now the next question. Can we land on the water? Well, I'm going to wait in orbit. Let's see. Well, no, actually, there's the desert. Okay. So let's burn, I don't know, maybe right here. Yeah, do we have trajectories on? Thank you. 100's good. Wow, that is really hurting my PC. Okay, so we burn here in about a minute and a half. Let's get in position here. The snail holds my soul hostage. The snail. I forgot about the snail. The snail you caught fishing. Alright, looks like we gotta burn in 45 seconds. So we're gonna wait. This is a pretty big spaceship, so I don't like rushing into things. No rushing. You know, I wonder if I could take the nacelles and like move them inward a little bit so that they're more in line with the center of mass. I wonder if we can do that on the next run. Yeah, I'm going to try that next time. Three seconds. And slowly throttle up. Stop. I'd say that's good enough. Let's hit prograde. I think that's okay. Because again, water landing. We're going to try for a water landing this time. And we're going to hold up mech jeb. Probably not that one. What about the autopilot? There we go. Roll, hold, engage. Does that work? Oh, it works. And hold the heading as well. Or does that not? Alright, hold on. Disengage the autopilot. This is not... What is going on here? You're just burning all my monoprop. Stop it. Okay, and then we're going to use that. Now we're going to hit prograde. And we have a natural pitch up. You see that? And just to kind of help facilitate all this, I'm going to make sure that the... Can we not adjust the air brakes in flight? Oh, well, damn. I guess they're just that. Ah, here we go. Stick them at like 37. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, showtime. Showtime. Not too bad. I think I'm gonna move the RCS thrusters around so it gives us a little bit better roll. I'll probably put them on the outside of the nacelles instead of on the main body. It looks like we're getting some heat now from the Mallard. Yeah, I'm gonna reactivate our control surfaces now that we're in the atmosphere technically. And just let the RCS bleed itself dry. Speaking of dry, my eyes are dry. I'm gonna get some eye drops. No particular reason. My eyes. I can see. Oh, they burn. That's one way to wake you up. Whew. Guess I needed that. Oh, we're getting a little toasty, but it's going down. Nothing's exploded. Oh, shit. Duh. Still got some RCS left, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to close that radar dome. So many sonic booms. on now. Stay with me. Thermal percentage is looking good. It's going up a little bit, but not really anything to write home about. There's the KSC right below us. Okay. Let's dive in. Switch the engines over to air breathing. Pulling some high G's. Close up those air brakes so we can fly a little bit better. Give us some thrust. Install. Beautiful. Let's set that throttle at about 50%. I don't want to go too fast. I'm still trying to slow down. Radar says 1650. Looks about right. There's the island. We're just right off the coast. Juicy Fruit Snack. How's it going? I think it's time for us to see if we can land this puppy. This duck. Just a little bit of thrust. Again, I don't want to stall. Dang. Well, I hope your day gets better. Mine's been pretty good. Too low? Like my volume or the... What do you mean? I think I can hear myself just fine. It's the engine. Oh, it's the engine. Yeah, it's the engine that's really loud. There. Now that we're gliding, it's not so bad. Jet engines get pretty loud. Okay, we're getting close. And parachutes. Pitch. Oh yeah. Pretty stinking loud. But we did it. It is a mallard, after all. We have the ability. We have the power. Yeah, I want to see if I can turn down that engine noise. Spacecraft 10%? Nah, let's do 5%. All right, so Mallard works. We just got to tweak it a little bit more. Like these air brakes. Do 35 and a 35. We could probably paint them a different color, huh? Let's make the red black. And the green will be blue. And this little blue will be black. And I want to move them down just a little bit more. Probably like right there. I like it. What else was it going to do with this thing? Oh, right, the thrust blocks. So let's move these thrust blocks around. Probably somewhere right there would be good. here, we could probably get away with like right there on the nose, huh? Yeah. Or instead of up there, what about putting them down here? Yeah, I think we can get away with that. Maybe even right there. Yeah, I think that's better. And these. I want to do this. Just a little bit. Not by much. You know, not by much. But just enough. And then these guys will be more vertical. Yes. And maybe even a little bit farther back. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. It's a little bit more in line with the center of mass, you see. So it's not going to naturally pitch up like we had it before. Now I could put them on their side altogether, but then we would lose a lot of that lift capability. And right now we're looking pretty good, so I don't want to mess with that. I don't know if we can make this Blake. Yeah, black metallic. Or just black. Stock black? Yeah, there we go. And I wonder... Yeah. Yeah. Looks cool. And maybe... because I'm feeling kooky. What if we did that? Huh? Almost. Right there. Oh, right there. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And maybe we can even pull these legs out a little bit. Hide our crimes. Yes. I like it. That's a pretty fancy space plane. Let's save it. I want to give it another test flight. It flew pretty well. I want to see what else I can do. All right. Same crew. We doing this again? Let's see. Is Juicy Fruit Snack in here? No, we also need to get Potato Lover 403 in here, so let's get those guys going. Whoop. There we go. Fruit Snack, you want to be a pilot, scientist, or an engineer? What do we think? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I think you'd make a pretty good engineer. What do you say? Yay, nay? I think you'd make a pretty good engineer. And next, Potato Lover 403. There you at. You want to be... You make you a pilot. You seem like a pilot-y type. So get in here. Full cabin. Full cabin. And we got plenty of juice in the tank now. We're not lacking in fuel whatsoever. I bet you we could launch another piece of that station. But I want to see what this does first. And since I'm here, can we change that black color at all? It's still going to be stock black. The detail, we make that an olive? Yeah, I think that'll be better. Okay. Save launch. And this time we're going to do a runway test. Oh, I forgot to lock. I forgot to auto strut those pieces. Let me go back. There we go, grandparent part. And then this root part. That's going to be grandparent. That should be good. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and away we go. Pitch. Gear. Have a little climb. away we go. Let's make sure our pitch isn't too high now. Let's drop it down. 8, 7, 6. Let's do 5 degrees. Just like last time. That should be fine. Game audio down. How about that? Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. Maybe a little bit lower. Yeah. I think it performs better since we moved those engines around. Or drop it down a bit more just so we can get that exponential thrust going. We're picking up some pretty good speed. I think we're okay. Alright, speed's looking good. We're going to start pitching up a little bit here, so we can get out of this heat dome. Alright, slowing down. RCS is on. Waiting for it. Engine's gonna kick over any second now. There we go. Perfect. Try to aim for about 40 degrees. Excellent. $60. Let's aim for 100. Okay. Prograde. Turn off control services. What a beautiful flying machine. Yeah, it does seem to even out a lot easier. And we're in space. Looks good. Plenty of fuel left over. And stand by. Stop. 107 by 112. I'll take it. Retro. And we'll just shut down this center engine. No use in having it. Now that we're in space. And let's open her up. Beautiful. What a beautiful flying machine. Magnificent. The people watching the VOD is going to be very impressed by these thumbnails. That's essentially what I'm doing. I'm thumbnail farming. Let's see what's going on here. What do we have to work with in this establishment? So that's obviously nothing. That's probably where the bathroom is, honestly. Hello, crew. Oh yeah, that's it. That's all we got. Goodbye, crew. Thumbnails are gonna be fire. Absolutely. Alrighty. Oh no! Beer can, I'm freaking out! I'm freaking out! I'm freaking out! I'm freaking out! Ah! 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 I'm freaking out. I have freaked out. I'm glad someone else did that besides me. Now hang on. Well, we got the catamaran here. If the catamaran is here, then that means the crested caracara is somewhere on one of these stations, right? I think it's around the Minmus station. So I might bring that back. I don't know. Might bring it back. Might bring back a couple of things. We still got to launch this Heron probe, though. Let's switch to it. Yeah, that's right. Well, let's set a target. Let's find ourselves something to go to. I think... Let's see. Duna is the best chance we got right now. Maybe Jewel, but it's a little too far away. So we're going to go to Duna with this probe. And I would guess it's probably going to be somewhere like right there. Almost. Well, if we don't clip into this mun. No, the mun's giving us some trouble. That's going to be about 1300 or 1350. Ah, that dang old mun's in the way. I guess we'll just have to do that later once it's out of the way. But Ruby Station's on its way. Alright, well, back to the Mallard. And that's the desert. We just got nighttime on the KSC. So right about there, and then make a maneuver here. It's going to be about 100 meters per second. Doesn't really matter, honestly, because we've got so much fuel to play with. Let's fast forward. Cool. Okay. We'll just hold retro. And then burn when we feel like it. All right, 15 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Punch it. Nice. Prograde. And we get to test out how effective those new air brakes we have are. So, MechJeb. Aircraft autopilot. Roll hold. Activate autopilot. And switch to our reentry computer. We have a natural pitch up. And we have a forced roll hold at 0 degrees. Hopefully. Hopefully. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. Okay, you're freaking me out. You're just going to bleed all of my precious, precious monoprop. Hold it right there. Whatever. Kaboom! We're in the atmosphere. Got our air brakes up. Now we're just at the mercy of Isaac Newton. Let's close that up. There we go. Here comes the fireworks. So pretty. Ah, it's so bright. What's our thermals at? Not bad. Oh. Something happened. Something happened. Uh-oh. Enough of this. Enough tomfoolery out of you. There are the mountains. Here we come. 1700, still pretty fast. It's gonna be a cloudy one. But let's roll. Oh shit! Oh! All right. Let's go to commercial. Thunderstorms, am I right? Yes. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Hey, we did it. Because of the clouds, I couldn't see exactly how close I was. This is gonna end worse, yeah. Well, I mean, we pulled out of that dive just in time. We just lost a wing and, I guess, an engine. No, the tail fin broke off on force of impact. But hey, that counts. That counts. It's just pissing cats and dogs right now. Or swim in this case, exactly. Ah, yes, the Blue Jay. Now, I remember we were having some issues with this thing flying last time. I don't know. I'll work on that off stream. Robin flies just fine. They all fly just fine. Except when they don't want to fly. Like the heron's great. Mallard, obviously, the mallard works flawlessly. Mockingbird is great. Nice and shiny. Oriole, tried and true. Eagle. One to start us off. And probably the lightest space plane with only 3 Rapier engines. That one does pretty well. I don't know. Which one do you think we should fly next? Think we should take the Eagle out for a spin? Or are you feeling more like a Mockingbird? The Eagle? Hell yeah. It's Eagle time. It's Eagle time. And you know what? Your future waifu, I think you're on your way to Duna. Yeah, you're on your way to Duna. So you can't pilot this one, unfortunately. But Juicy Fruit Snack is here. And so is Potato Lover. Who else wants to join in? In fact, Juicy Fruit Snack, I'm going to put you in the upper deck here in this Mark II inline cockpit. Just so you can get a better view of the whole thing. Who else wants to join in on the fun? All right, Eagle it is. Let's check our action groups real quick, make sure I got everything right. Yeah. Let's go. Let's fly in a thunderstorm. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Why is that all the way up? That's not supposed to be all the way up. Deploy angle is supposed to be like 28, 30 degrees. There we go. All right. Release. Hitch up. Gear up. Very nice. Oh. Ugh. Hey, it's Beetle Rock. What's going on? Yep, this gremlin's wet. Just flying through these thunderheads, no big deal. No big deal. I can probably pitch up a little bit more. Alright, I'm going to turn on the RCS just because. Still waiting for those engines to kick over any second. There we go. Nicely done. Plenty of Delta V. Getting a little toasty in that cockpit, huh? Alright, we just passed 70K. We're going to stop it now. 90K. 943 meters per second left in our tank. We're just going to hold that prograde and disable our control services. So it's all RCS from here on out, at least until we re-enter the atmosphere. And I'm just going to make a maneuver here. That's a little bit lower. Yeah. That looks pretty good. What a elegant flying machine. You know, I'm not sure if I want to stream tomorrow. 'Cause I do have some things I want to get done. If I do stream tomorrow, it'll probably be late in the afternoon. Because tomorrow morning I'm going to go fishing. I'm going to see if I can get lucky. I'm going to re-spool my fishing rod tonight before I go to bed. Get it all set up. But I'm feeling lucky. I feel like if I do that, I'll be able to cast it better. And I got some hot dogs. So I might take a hot dog with me and see if I can bait some fish. Hey, Napsmore! Welcome to the pizza party! Welcome!
Howdy Napsmore, welcome to the pizza party. You just signed the waiver.
You just signed the waiver. Look, I have it right here. You hear that? That's the sound of your waiver that you just signed. Wow. Wow. Wow, you're our new pilot. Congratulations. How are you? All right, move to maneuver. Got about a minute. Guess we can fast forward some, since it's not as big of a spacecraft as the other ones were. And I can shut down this center engine. Why not? Just to save a little bit on fuel, you know. Go. And stop. 82 by 87, I'll take it. What'd you say? I was in the Marine Corps. I know all about implied waivers. Yes, you've been volunteered. You are being voluntold to do things. Regardless of how you feel about those things. Welcome in. Welcome to the pizza party. Napsmore, and thank you for your service. Hope you have some exciting Memorial Day plans tomorrow. We are building space planes, getting our fleet ready, because once we have an adequate fleet of ships, we're going to start mixing things up with some actual contracts and pizza deliveries. Like delivering pizza to space stations and whatnot. You signed the motherfucking contract. Absolutely. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see what there is to see inside of this fancy spaceship. So obviously the cockpit, pretty roomy. Beautiful Texas flag. then here's the secondary, or the, I don't know what you call this, the crow's nest? Cockpit? Docking cockpit? Whatever. I mean, I guess you could dock back here. That's fine. And of course we have the main business class. Not too snazzy. And then all the way back here we got our docking port. It's not open right now because we can't see through it. But it's a pretty roomy spaceship. You know? It's not bad. It's not bad. Alright. Retro. Because while we're on orbit, this is what the space shuttle did back in the day, is that while it was on orbit, it would actually face upside down, facing retrograde, and that was because a couple of reasons. One, to protect the crew from any incoming orbital debris. It's going to hit the engines on the space shuttle. They were pretty much useless once they were in orbit, so it was basically like a shield for any incoming debris, because there was a lot of really big windows in the front, and you would hate to have one of those break. And another reason with the engines backwards is because if there was an emergency, they could do an emergency deorbit and just burn because they're already facing the direction that they want to be facing. And all they have to do is just kind of roll and flip. And with their belly facing towards the sun, or radially out, it also protected the crew from solar radiation. And again, space debris. That's a mod called IVA something or other. I can't remember. It's an IVA mod. It's Connected Living Spaces, I think. That's what it's called. But it's a really cool mod that you can kind of like explore the ship, and it kind of gives your spacecraft a little bit more livability vibes, you know. Free IVA. Yeah, free IVA. It's one of the best. It's one of my top 10 must-have mods. If I were to create a top 10 list, it would be in there for sure. Yeah, Connected Living Spaces and free IVA. Yeah, those two. Is that way you can float around the station if you connected it properly. Sometimes it doesn't quite work, but when it does work, it's pretty satisfying. And it kind of helps you think about different stations that you want to build and how they're all kind of connected and stuff. It's pretty neat. We have a major storm system over here by the KSC. So what I want to do is I actually just want to fast forward until the next morning, so we can let those clouds dissipate. So I don't want to end up what we did last time, which was flying in a thunderstorm, and then there was a haze, and then all of a sudden the ocean was in front of us. I don't want to do that. So right about there is good. We're going to create a maneuver node right behind the desert airfield. And we're going to burn for approximately 100 meters per second. And that should give us the trajectory we need to make it back to the KSC. I'm going to bring this back a little bit more. We're going to burn in about 15 minutes. Let's speed up time. Beautiful. All right, you got about a minute now. Gonna move towards our maneuver. And once we get to 0, it's gonna be an 8-second burn for about 102.5 meters per second. And that'll get us on our way back to the KSC. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Stop. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. So let's hit prograde. And monoprop, we've got tons. Not worried about that so much. Well, we are on our way back home. And we're going to turn on our reentry computer, which is going to give us a natural pitch up. And once we enter the atmosphere, we'll reactivate our control surfaces. There we go. Control surfaces are back online. And we're surfing. Yes. All right, getting hot now. Yeah, it's been almost a day since we left orbit. Or left Kerbin. I don't know. It's more like taking the car around the block at this point. It's so easy. We just have to make sure we don't dump the clutch, if you know what I mean. I wonder if the air brake will help us out some. Make sure my camera is set to chase. There we go. A little bit easier to see once we start coming in. I don't know. It looks pretty flat to me. I don't know. Looks kind of flat to me. All right, there's our mountains. It means we're about halfway through the, I don't know, sea, ocean, gulf? I don't know what you call it. There's got to be an official name for the body of water between the desert and the mountains behind KSC. There's got to be like an official name for it. Also, what are the Astros at? Did they do it? Hey, we did it. Suck it, Cubs. 8-5 Astros. I love to see it. All right, cockpit's getting a little toasty, but we're also going a little slow. So I don't know. I think we're fine. I'm gonna turn off RCS like we need it anymore. And we're going to switch the engines over to air breathing. I think that air brake has done its job, so let's fold it back. And it's regain control. Whoop! Regain control from the cockpit. And just kind of glide and slow down a little bit more. Maybe we can use that air brake a little bit longer. All right. I'm going to see a trick. You kids want to see a magic trick? Oh, that's so fun. I love doing that. Oh god, is this Freebird? Oh, thank god. Hey, fish spin. Well, you know, just casually a sonic boom over a residential area. Now I must lurk, enjoy the fish. Oh, thank you for the present fish. I appreciate the fish. Have a good day. Alright, throttle back. Kill. Engines. Air brake. Sound barrier. Gear. Pitch. What's that? Oh, it's a piece of the old spacecraft that broke up. Oh, no. Too fast. Go around. Go around. Butter the bread. Oh, almost butter the bread. Forgot what angle I was going at. But hey, look, we did it. We done did it again. We done did it again. There's an old Navy pilot song about go-arounds. I bet. Ah, well, that was fun. How fun? Fun! And there will be more fun on the VOD channel. You want to check it out there. Let's see. Who dat? Mr. E? Mr. E? You know what? This space plane is actually 100% stock. Believe it or not. It is actually 100% stock. I just painted it a different color because I thought it looked cool black. What's going on, Mr. E? How are you? ¿Cómo está? No? Yeah. It's 3 rapiers, Mark II, and turd, pretty much. Oh, I better put the air brake on. I better put this stinking air brake on. I've been playing for a hot minute. Yeah. I mean, this is just one of the space planes. I don't know if you were here for the other builds. But, we only do space planes now. We've figured out that we can only do space planes now. Can't eat any solids? But Oreos are solid. Just tuned in? Well, let me show you. Let me show you my features. Oh yeah, here's the Mallard. Let's just take that out for a spin. So now that we have the Mallard and it's working, we can send a pretty sizable space plane to low Kerbin orbit with a payload. Let's see if I can open this. Now there are some mods on here, like the tricoupler and the ramp intakes. Those are Mark II Plus, and I think that adapter is a Mark II Plus part. But it's pretty limited as far as like what other non-stock parts there are. Basically just using rapiers for this one. We got 7 of them. Zebin. But it flies pretty well. You know what, Mr. E, you're gonna be our Kerbal here. Mr. E. It sounds like a male pilot to me. Very brave, not very stupid, and you're a badass. There we go. Congratulations. You're gonna be our VIP here. We're gonna put you in the cabin, Mr. E. You're gonna be right there. Couldn't eat for last week. Had surgery, remove a quinsy. What's a quinsy? I don't know what a quinsy is, but it sounds painful. And juicy fruit snack. Why don't you and Napsmore take Mr. E out for a spin on the Mallard? Oh, well, too late. You're a pilot. You haven't signed the waiver yet, so you've been volunteered as a pilot. But the Mallard's pretty good. It can launch some stuff. We can launch stuff. Just an aerospace engineering student right now. Well, you know, first time for everything. Let's get this camera set up. And away we go. Wait. And like I said, and away we go. Release brakes. Wait for it. And rotate. I said rotate. Gear up. There we go. And let's get that autopilot set up. Oh God, why are you doing this? Roll, hold, engage. Oh yeah, she chonky. It's a big old duck. But it does get to space. We do be going to space. Just now that we're at proper altitude, we're gonna slowly pitch down to 5 degrees. Yeah, right about there is fine. 4.4. It's gonna climb. sack of rot and other stuff in your throat. Ah! Damn. I think I heard about that, but with the, hey look, a shock cone. But with, what are they called? Like, tonsil stones? Or something? But yeah, the mallard is designed, or at least inspired by the super guppy, and how it's so big. That's about it. We tried to get one design to work. It didn't quite feel the same way, and payload deployment was a little iffy, but this one works pretty well. How's our speed? Speed's doing good. And we're at 5-degree pitch. Well, third time's the charm, Mr. E. Oh yeah, we're still accelerating, so everything's looking pretty good. And we're still climbing, right? Yeah. Nice. And I guess we have a sonic boom. It's an ugly duck, but damn is it efficient. Yeah, I was thinking Avatar. I was thinking the pelican from Halo. I like the green. Let's see. I got the picture that we used as a reference. This is what we used as a reference to kind of, I don't know, just to get it to work. The colors and whatnot. We're getting some aerodynamic heating. That means we're accelerating, which means I'm going to just pitch up a little bit here and get out of the atmosphere sooner. We don't cook so much in that thermal bubble. Yeah, right about there. 12 degrees sounds pretty good. This is the double nose. Yeah, I wish I could make it a little bit cleaner in the front, but front butt. Alright, RCS is coming online. We're gonna kind of hold this until our engines kick over naturally. I mean, I think we can. We could probably pitch up a little bit more. What do you say, 15 degrees? Is that too much to ask? No, 15's just fine. If it works, it works. That's right. And we can put a 1.5 size or 1.875 meter object in the payload bay. And our first successful test flight, we've launched the Duna space station core to Duna with this thing. So effectively, we don't need rockets anymore. We can just build space planes. Alright, engines are slowing down now. How much can this lift? 3... You can fit 3 full 1.8 meter liquid tanks in the payload. And it can take that to orbit. So however much that is, that's the max weight. In tons? I don't know. However much 3 1.8 liquid fuel tanks cost, full size. Oh yeah, space planes have the rule of cool, for sure. It's totally cool to build space planes. It's not easy. I mean, I've got, what, 15 years almost of experience playing this game, and I'm just now cracking the code on space planes, honestly. But our engine's naturally kicked over, so we're still good. Nothing good comes easy. Absolutely. Alright, apoapsis height, we're going to cut it off at about 90, 95k. And then we'll circularize from there. $80K. 95. Still alive. Let's hit prograde. And let's deactivate our control surfaces, because they're useless to us now. And we can keep that autopilot engaged, actually. I don't mind it. Or that's what I say, but I study planes in school. Airplanes are one thing. Airplanes are easy. I mean, the Cessna has been around forever, and it's like one of the most reliable airplanes ever. Airplanes are easy. Space planes in a video game are not easy. Just putting that out there. And honestly, I might make the top section of the wings here longer. I might add another one just to give it a little bit more lift. Right about here. That's what I'm looking at. Just right between where this white band is to where the ramp air intake starts is where I want to put another extra section of wing. I want more lift. Yeah. Just A12, make it bigger. You could. But the A12, I don't know if it's rated for a hard vacuum. Because it leaks. I like the A12, but it pisses fluid just sitting on the runway. And it just does that. Because when it's flying at hypersonic speeds, the skin of the aircraft gets hot and expands. And so I think the whole spacecraft grows by like a couple of centimeters. So you really can't seal it, and that's the problem. And then you have to worry about the heat coming back. Like, I don't know what kind of sustained heat the A12 can maintain, but I'm pretty sure it's not re-entry speeds. I'm pretty sure it's not 27 times the speed of sound speeds. And now you're adding weight because now you have to have thermal protection. And the engines can't operate in a vacuum. They still need some oxygen. How are you going to light them? What's the main propellant? It can't be oxygen. It can't be whatever fuel the A12 uses. It's got to be like some kind of closed system. Alright, we're going to try and wrestle this baddie. Let's try and nose down. Nope, stop it. You are becoming too much of a problem. Oh god. That's way too much. We'll come back around and we'll try to circularize a bit better. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, and it's Freebird. Of course it is. That means we have to come back. All right, well, let's circularize here. Let's see if we can get some Freebird going. So this is what happens when I don't pay attention. We get sloppy orbital insertions. Just like prom night. Alright, 83 by 94. I'll take it. Alright, still going to hold retro. We're going to cut that out. Looks like we'll still be landing in the daytime. So let's make a maneuver here. Burn, burn, burn. 115. That's good enough for me. Hey, Mr. E! You finally joined the pizza party! Welcome!
Howdy Mr. _E_. Welcome to the pizza party. You just signed the waiver.
You just signed the waiver. Wow. Why would you do that? Why did you sign the waiver? You obviously didn't read it. You can't just sign things. What's wrong with you? But anyway, welcome. Welcome to the pizza party. We build space planes. I'm sure you're aware. Yeah, you just agree to the terms of service. You don't even read those. I think there was a South Park episode about it. Alright, come on. Let's get some Freebird going. Come on now. Is it because I'm using my full thrust and I'm not actually... Here, let's shut down these engines. They're still not quite angled with the center of mass. And I wish I could see that in real time instead of in the editor. Yeah, let's put her right there. Let's move that bullseye a little bit behind this time. And we're going to hit prograde. And now we're going to turn on a rear entry computer, which is going to give us a natural pitch of about maybe 5 to 10 degrees. So we don't have to really do much as far as like re-entry. And we're going to go back to the aircraft autopilot. And we're going to hold that roll once we get into the position. Assuming the position. Alright, you stop that. You cut that out right now. Okay, hold prograde, please. And hold your roll. Sha-sha-sha-sha. Alright. Control surfaces are back online. We are in re-entry position. Just like prom night. And now we wait. Freebird's going to play us through. Let's go, Freebird. Engines are under the center of mass. Yeah, because usually it's supposed to have a payload and the center of mass is shifted lower. But without a payload, that's where all this testing comes in. Here it comes. So it's actually more stable when it's heavier. What is with this phantom roll? I don't like this. We're gonna disengage that autopilot. Stop it. Oh god, I forgot about that. Yes. Still looking pretty good. I'm going to open up the air brakes and give ourselves a little bit more extra drag. How's our thermals looking? Thermals are okay. Oh yeah, and I forgot to open up the cargo bay, but you get the idea. There are the mountains. I'm going to change this song. I don't want to end on this song. How about, this one? Yep. Yeah. And the 2.5 meter parts don't actually give you that much lift. Like, they're not the best. They just kind of fit a niche. And I have them, I've just never used them. Alright, we can turn on the RCS off. We're pretty much up there. And the KSC is all the way down there. What altitude? What's your altitude at 1,000 meters per second? Yeah, it sounds like it's either asymmetric drag or you're going too fast at max Q. You're too low. It could be a lot of things. But we're going to do our dive. We're diving now. Do a little corkscrew dive. $23K and you spin out? You're going too slow. You need to go faster if you're going to be at 23K. At 1,000 meters per second. Alright, air brakes off. Luke Skywalker time. And I'm thinking about the engines. I think maybe the engines need to be closer to the fuselage. I'll have to build another one with a different design. So maybe that's on the horizon, probably for next episode. Should be 1,000 meters is slow. Yeah, 1,000 meters per second is slow. You need to be at 1.7. Casual shot cone above a residential area. Alright, let's give her a little bit of juice here. Oh, do we... There we go. Don't want to use those rocket engines anymore. What's our speed? 198, 197. Let's give it a little bit more juice so we don't stall out. Yeah, I think it would help. We'll revisit it soon. But I'm gonna drop the gear. We're gonna kill the engines. Hopefully we're not gonna stall. I think we'll be fine though. I don't think we're gonna stall. Just gonna do a little dip because we're getting a little too high. Oh, uh-oh. Give me some power. Alright, cut the power. Butter that bread. I say, butter that bread. Oh, shit. Well, alright. And look at that. Amazing. It was fine. Totally fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Except for whatever that's doing. Just stop. Yay! We did it! Again! We done did it again. We don't need no stinking rockets when we have the Mallard. It's on the horizon. We did have refueling stations in the last save file that we had before we had to erase everything and start from scratch. We had these things called 7-Elevens. and they would sit at like geostationary orbit around Kerbin, and they would refuel. But since we've kind of figured out the detachable wing design of our space planes, we haven't really needed them. So now we just kind of send fuel tanks to the station themselves instead of having to rendezvous and dock with another station just to go outside of that. Yeah, and I wanna figure out the mining situation, because the ISRU mod that I had installed prior didn't work. So none of my mining equipment did anything, and if it did, it was like I made 1 kilogram of oxidizer, but it took like hundreds of thousands of other resources just to make, and it just didn't make any sense to me, and I don't know why it did that. But now that we don't have that mod installed, I think it might work a lot easier. So it's definitely on the docket. Yeah, it's on the docket for sure. But I am going to take a break, and I'm going to eat some dinner. I'm going to socialize. But if you want to see more crazy space planes, check out the VOD. Check out the VOD. Check out the VOD. That's where all the past streams are going to be. And this one will be posted. It'll probably go up tomorrow or something, or the next day. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. It's almost 2 a.m. Jeez, get some sleep. You earned it. Don't forget to drink some water. But I am Venusian, and I will catch y'all on the flip side.